get complacent out there, so trying to guard against that in tonight's match.
5 shutout wins for this DCFC U23 team so far this season. So goals scored against them have been rare, to say the least.
And even more so goals from open play. At least 2 of those goals have been penalties from the spot against Detroit City FC. So, again, I feel like Haley's comments are more common than this goal. This side conceding a goal from open play. Waits does well to find Soga there.
Soga head to Larson. Soga continues to make a run. Larson taken down. Bit over aggressive there was Musa Diarra, who came up hobbling.
To see who takes this free kick is Bosch Tandy has scored 2 free kicks for Detroit City FC so far this season. His first being against the Stars in Detroit City FC's first goal in the Midwest Premier League, and then scored 1 against Inter Detroit on Saturday against Inter Detroit, as I already said.
Diarra.
Gonna be his brother though, standing over this one.
Yeah. Diarra still on the ground. Now he pops up. Native of Mali, which is a country in West Africa. In the starting 11 today for Michigan Stars.
A little bit of limp to his step.
So Bendik Tanyi set to take the free kick. Tanyi lasers it towards the goal of Gleas, but he's able to stretch out and make a sprawling save.
A lot of speed on that one. Good pace, good placement as well to make the goalkeeper make a save on that one. The first shot on target for Detroit City FC in this one. First shot on target of the game. Of course, the ball that rattled off the post. Hunter Morris didn't get a hand on.
Perkins did well to take it off the foot of Popa. And now DCFC goes back to work onto the left foot of Keith Larson. Quick little one-touch feed back down the near side for Benedict Tanyi.
Tanyi, of course, featuring for the Detroit City FC men's first team down in Chattanooga, that spring preseason tournament.
Soga takes the space, edge of the 18-yard box. And all ball off his right foot. Morris was there to stop it, but in a second chance emerges for DCFC as Perkins goes crashing into that sponsored board over there.
Got an intern going over there to prop that thing back up. Just vinyl wrap, so no harm, no foul there. Whippet energy board goes back into play on the goal line.
Leads to our first corner kick of the afternoon. Soga set up along the 6-yard box, and it zipped past his forehead. Promptly cleared out to the midfield. Tanyi races back for it and gives it to his goalkeeper, Hunter Morse.
Good delivery there from Brady Walker on the corner kick.
A few raindrops begin to come down, nothing heavy. But we talked about that sporadic weather throughout the state this week as the clouds hover over our first of 2 being played today here at Keyworth.
See the ball go to play here for Stars throw in on the near side. 21.5 minutes gone in this one. Score still 0-0 here at Keyworth Stadium. City FC find their success in these little triangles, these 1-2s in the midfield as Bosch Taney's on the end of this one, and it looks like it'll go over the wall. That'll be a job of an intern to run and grab that one from behind the Keyworth wall near the train tracks. Soga's getting ready to take this corner on the near side. Of course, we saw against, I believe that was Lake St. Clair FC, Shion Soga, first goal came from a corner from him onto the head of Brady Walker.
Soga just so dynamic, such a intelligent soccer IQ, delivers this one to the near post. Looks like Glelas got a hand on that. Keith Larson tracking after it.
It's really interesting with Soga. He's really good at shaping those balls into the box, especially on corners. He's been lethal. But when free kick situations come into play, it's always Bosch Taney or Benny Taney. So not probably the best free kick taker in the world, but a really good dead ball specialist so far here for Detroit City FC in this season.
Tani taken off his foot by Moose Diarra.
Stars looking to ask some questions here going forward now.
Stars had that chance about 5-6 minutes ago now that went off the far post. Another chance brewing here. This is Popa twirling and firing it towards the net, but over top the crossbar. Didn't really test Morris on that occasion.
Super incredible technical play there, though, to even get that shot off. You know, he was kind of going away from him a little bit to chest it up, kind of flick it over his own head, and then have the strike was super masterful. And that would have had Hunter Morris sweating a little bit maybe on that one, but the shot a little bit over the bar goes out for a Detroit City FC goal kick.
Perkins on ahead to Kellen Landefeld.
Oh, really good touch there from Soga. He's through on goal here. Angle's a little bit awkward.
Soga utilizing his speed, moving forward, potentially a chance, and that zips wide.
Such a good first touch there from Soga to beat his man. He was through on goal. Like I said, it was sort of an acute angle, and then just tried to chip it past the goalkeeper, and he was pretty upset at himself as he dived into the Strategic Staffing Solutions ad board over there, so he knows he could have done better with that one, but still really good opportunity there for Detroit City FC.
And he's fun to watch. Keeps you on your toes.
Really does.
You look down for a second. Next thing you know, he has a beautiful first touch, and a few seconds later, it translates to an opportunity like that.
Fun to watch, probably pretty annoying to play against.
Right.
Soga. We're lucky we're up here and not down there.
Oh, yeah. Love to have him on your team. Hate him when he's not. One of those kind of guys. Several players like that you can maybe make that comments about for DCFC. Here's another one in Benedict Tani. He tried to slip it for a streaking Bosch Tani.
Benedict Tani, of course, was on that team, the Detroit City FC Nisa first team that won the fall tournament here at Keyworth in the bubble from the 2020 pandemic. He was announced and played some crucial minutes in that tournament, helping Detroit City FC bring home that fall title, which locked them into the final this weekend. And appeared in almost every match so far for this under-23 side. And been crucial for the Detroit City FC midfield.
How cool is the brother chemistry between Bendik and Bosch? Watching those two kind of live out their dream as they chase it, having grown up in Hungary, as we talked about. I read a quote where Bosch said that, you know, in Hungary you don't think about much other than soccer, and now they've both made the trek over to the States, played their high school soccer at Grosse Ile, and are now playing together professionally with DCFC. As Soga, native of Japan, who's done the same thing, going across and overseas to play here for DCFC. As that zipped wide.
Sort of an ambitious strike there from Brady Walker, but fortune favors the bowl. He definitely subscribes to that theory as he had that shot. That was definitely a laser, but he's not really on target. But back to Benedict Tani, he just recently became a United States citizen, so shout out to him, and I'm sure that's a huge moment for him. And we're, of course, happy to have him here at DCFC. He's put on an absolute show every time he's on the field, so really fun player to watch. And talk about the chemistry. Can't get any more chemistry than playing with your brother. I'm sure they've been playing together, kicking a ball around since they probably 2 or 3 years old. So really cool to see him playing in the same team here in Detroit.
Read another quote, Jared. Wanted to get your take on this one. Bendik said he likes to put peanut butter on his bagels instead of cream cheese. How you feel about that?
You know, to each their own, I guess. You know,
yeah.
Not really the biggest peanut butter guy myself, but, you know, I'm sure he's been doing it for a while. And, you know, if it makes him a better soccer player, it makes him a better soccer player, right?
Whatever works for you, works for you.
I'm sure he's gotten a lot of wry looks from people when he said that. But doesn't really affect the way you play ball, so he can do whatever he wants. See a free kick here in a pretty dangerous position. We got Brady Walker and Shion Soga standing over it.
Soga will leave it for Walker, and smothered pretty easily by Robert Gilas, the Northwood University products.
Northwood University has a huge imprint in soccer here in Michigan, developing really good players for the level that they're at. For example, Josh Wade's part of the DCFC back line, played every single match in his 4 years there at Northwood.
Northwood a part of the GLIAC. As the DCFC back four settles things down. Keith Larson, quick flick ahead. Landefeld tried to feed it back to Larson. Dealt back to the midfield. Lee wins the race to it as he usually does. Now in a physical battle over near the DCFC sideline, and possession goes to the Michigan Stars.
Flick by Larson, though, exactly what I was talking about. Just the intelligence and, you know, the intelligence required to play that style where you're back to goal and trying to find teammates. That flick was, you know, pretty simple, it looked like, but really unlocks those defenses, and it did there for a second against the Michigan Stars here. Well, the corner coming up.
Will be the first corner kick of the afternoon for the Michigan Stars. DCFC has had a couple.
Looks like it's going to be an outswinger on this one. Take it with his right foot.
A header over top the crossbar.
Hunter Morris probably felt comfortable with that one, but jumped just to be certain. Looks like we'll have another corner coming up here on this near side. So taker from the far side is going to run over to cross the goal line to take this one as well. Creeping up on 30 minutes gone in this first half.
Looks like it'll be Damian Wairoki who will do the delivery. Off the head that time of Diarra. But now back to the midfield we go. As Michigan Stars try to keep up this pressure. DCFC back in their defensive shape.
Good shot from the Stars, though, to retain possession from the clearance. Speaking of which, Kellen Landefeld wins the ball back. The man of the match against Inter Detroit. Soga there gets past one. Player unable to get past both. Landefeld with pressure, already coming back from being forward. Whenever Stars win the ball back, I noticed them kind of take a breather and try to organize themselves a little bit. Something you have to do against a team like Detroit City FC, or else they'll catch you on the break, but really composed play whenever they win it back before they start building again and try to put that Detroit City FC back line under some pressure.
Yeah, they do look composed here, trying to build up from the back. I heard their goalkeeper, Robert Glelas, kind of shout out, "You got all the time in the world here," as kind of echoed the sentiment that you just said there, Jarrett. And we talked pregame about how teams really haven't had much time to look over their shoulders and get through the midfield and make their way into the attacking third like Michigan Stars just did there momentarily. But it's just been so much instant pressure, which is what you want defensively if you're any team. That's the philosophy you try to strive for.
Good ball here. Fashian so going to find Keith Larson, who does well with his first touch. Referee's going to say it came off of his hand, though. It'll be a free kick to the Michigan Stars. But yeah, like you mentioned, the relentless pressure from that Detroit City FC midfield has really forced teams to play out of their shell, or in their shell, excuse me. Come out a little bit shy, which is, you know, for Detroit City FC's back line, music to their ears, right? I mean, they haven't had to do much work, but Michigan Stars here kind of hanging on in this one. I would say this is Detroit City FC's best 11 out there, so even more so impressive they're holding on in this one. As the raindrops pick up a little bit more.
DCFC's U23 team off to the 8-0 start this season under their first-year head coach Javi Bautista. Second match of the season between these squads if you're just joining us. Midwest Premier League matchup.
Something interesting of note, this Detroit City FC Michigan Stars matchup has happened in 3 different leagues so far this season. NISA, UWS 2 in the Midwest Premier League. 1-1. The win coming against for the under-23 side against the Michigan Stars under-23. The loss when the Michigan Stars defeated the UWS 2 side of Detroit City FC 1-0. And then the draw coming in that NISA match at Romeo High School, that 1-1 in that one. So we get back underway here. 32 minutes gone in this one. Perkins on that far side now. Finds Landefeld. Finds Tanny, who does well to get it back to Perkins.
Perkins has been active today. Goes over to Tanyi.
Soga.
Soga.
Larson with a creative flick.
That's the chemistry that's been on display. A chance here, and it's 1-0.
Oh.
Oh, well, they'll say the flag went up. It was a late whistle that came in, so still no score, shade over 30 minutes in.
That was a beautiful play there.
It was quite the beautiful development.
Larson flicked it over to Soga. Soga was gonna, his argument would be that Tanny had cleared that back line and it was just, through on goal, but referee saw it the way, like you mentioned, a late whistle on that one. Detroit City FC gonna feel hard done by that one, but can't take their foot off the gas now as Larson's found over the top.
Utilizing those long legs of his and battling to keep this alive. Larson now! It's 1-0.
Super creative play there from Larson. Dribbled inside, beat his man, beat the keeper, put the keeper to the ground, and then tucked it home with his right foot to make this one 1-0 after 33.5 minutes here at Keyworth Stadium. Super inventive. They just called the match momentarily due to perhaps lightning in the area.
Well, the DCFC flags are flying now after the goal from Keith Larson, but it appears as though if it is lightning in the area, fans may have to step out momentarily as the players do head back to their respective sidelines. The rain picks up. The weather in the state of Michigan continues to wreak havoc, but Keith Larson does as well. He was the guy we talked about in the pregame, capitalizing. So for the moment, 1-0. So we will take a breather with the teams in this one. Again, Keith Larson's goal just moments ago before what is an apparent lightning strike in the area has made it 1-0. DCFC here at Keyworth Stadium in Hamtramck, Michigan.